All right, well, you know you're meant to be at another level of success, whether it be financially becoming an entrepreneur or finishing your novel, generating more for your existing business. You've read the how-to books, you've been to the seminars and workshops, yet that next level of success still feels elusive. What do you do? Well, it's time to tap into your intuition. That's what you do. Joining us now to talk about being intuitive is Candice Thomas. Candice, thank you for joining us. It's been about a year. I think we hung out last year and we were talking about this. So let's get us back to date. What do you mean by upping our intuition and being intuitive?
So everyone is intuitive. We all have that ability. And being intuitive is just being able to know or understand things for no other reason than you're intuitive. So there's no evidence that can support it. It's very, very easy to access that information. So that's generally what it is.
Okay, now that we have Nika here, and of course, Nika, you very entrepreneurial, you work very hard in the tech industry. What are some of the things that you have experienced as you have built up your career in following your intuition?
Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, sometimes I just feel wrong about something.
Absolutely.
And have to make a decision based on that. And there's not necessarily, sometimes I try to get advice from other people, but at the end of the day, it's just, what you think is, what you feel, I guess.
That's perfect, because our sense of feeling is actually one of the easiest and most powerful ways that we receive intuitive information. And you're right, if you were to ask someone else, what do you think? I have a bad feeling about this, then they have a hard time understanding what you mean or why you have a concern, because there's no evidence to support why you have the bad feeling.
Right.
So absolutely keep trusting that first impression. And when I say feeling, people always talk about trust your gut. And it's more about, again, the physical feelings in your body. Sometimes people think that intuition is more an emotional feeling, but you actually get a physical response in your body when it comes to intuitive information.
Right. Well, so, one thing that you always hear, like, some people, they either have intuition, they don't, or they have bad intuition. So this is something that you say we can actually strengthen.
Everybody has intuition, yes. So the first step to strengthening it is to do it on purpose. So really trust, I'm going to tune into how I feel about this and pay attention to those thoughts and feelings that come about when you have to make a decision. And the second thing is to practice. Practice, practice, practice. And again, when you have the intention around it, it's to just say, well, will this work out or will it not work out? Do I like this person? Do I not like this person? And tune in to how you feel. Do it with intention and keep practicing it. And then also you have to keep trusting what you get. So if you had the bad feeling, you don't have to ask all your friends. And a way to validate information sometimes, if you're not sure what it means, is you can just write down, I have a bad feeling about this, and just see what happens later. Did it come to pass? And that's a way to help validate and strengthen
Gotcha. Okay, so just kind of making a personal notes of those feelings.
It's building your own dictionary of intuitive responses, because everyone experiences intuition differently.
Sure.
Absolutely.
I have started writing down some things. I have a couple of note cards in my purse now that I'm carrying around that just have some of my intuitions or feelings, how I felt about certain things. And they're in there, so I can always kind of pull them out. I'm digging through my bag and pull one out and say, oh, okay, I remember this, and kind of reflect back on that.
So that's a really good way to coach yourself, right? And do it. Now you also offer coaching because my intuition, I have an intuition that I would lose my note cards. So you offer coaching for folks that need additional help, is that right?
Yes, and I do specifically intuitive workshops on a variety of topics. And if people are interested in that, I actually have on my website, if folks want to sign up at www.candicethomasintuitive.com, I have a mini version, a meditation that talks about Intuition 101 and how to understand those feelings.
Okay.
And cell phones, smartphones are a great way too. So if people have trouble with the note cards, I just make voice memos, because I also leave the note cards
There
behind.
you go.
Yeah.
Let me write a note to myself so I can lose it to use my voice memo later on. Candice, thank you so much. Such a pleasure to see you again.
Thank you for having me.
And again, folks, for more information on how to build your intuition, head over to casa.com, click on the Style tab. We will have links to your website.